Are you moderating a fun, upbeat panel with a cast of characters that the audience just wants to get to know better? Maybe you might want to ask some fun, energizing panel questions. My name is Kristen Arnold, and I am a master facilitator and a leading authority on panel discussions. And I got to tell you, there is a time and a place to ask those fun questions. When it comes to asking fun questions, I always think about James Lipton, who was the moderator of a show called Inside the Actors Studio. And whenever he went to audience Q&A, he always stopped and asked the panel like a rapid fire list of about 8 questions that I always thought were like quirky and unique and just kind of gave you an insight into the personality of the actors. Sometimes it's appropriate for you to ask questions. In this video, we're going to be covering when is it appropriate to ask some fun, quirky questions, and I'll give you some examples. So let's just dive right in. There are 5 reasons why you might want to ask a fun, quirky kind of panel question. Here are the 5 times. First, when you want to spark creativity, coming at it from a different angle is actually kind of fun. Second, when it's kind of unexpected, they're like, what just happened? It can create some spontaneous dialogue. The third time is when you want to ask a humorous question. Now, a humorous question can liven the mood or make the conversation a little bit more relaxed. A lot of times it's done at the beginning, or maybe you want to interject some liveliness into the panel discussion. The fourth reason why you might want to ask a fun question is a way to reinforce a takeaway, the conference theme, or something that you thought was important for the audience to understand. And fifth, it's about interactivity. You could ask the panel, but really while you're asking the panel the question, the audience is asking themselves the question too. How would I answer that question? So it does involve the audience. You could even have the audience shout out what the answers to their questions are. You get the idea. There's some interactivity involved. So here are some examples of some fun questions that you can ask at the start of a panel discussion. We call these icebreaker questions. You ready? If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why? What's the most interesting thing on your bucket list? Or what's something that most people don't know about you? These are softy questions that are lobbed to the panelists so that we can get to know the panelists better. Now, you might want to actually tie it in to the theme of the panel, in which case you might go something like this. If the panel is, let's say, leadership. If you could have dinner with any leader of a company, country, organization, who would it be and why? What's the most interesting thing on your bucket list that you want to accomplish as a leader? What's something that people don't know about you that they would be surprised that you do as a leader, right? So you follow. You can either make it very general or you can tie it into the topic. You can also ask some hypothetical questions, like at any time you could ask these questions. If you woke up tomorrow with a superpower, what would it be and how would you use it to solve a current world issue? Or you could tie it to the theme, how would you use it to solve the issue facing the topic that we're talking about? If you were stranded on a desert island and can only bring 3 items, what would they be? If you could wave a magic wand and change one thing, what would it be? Or you could say, change one thing about the topic, what would it be, right? So you can make these either very, very general or dial them into your topic. You can also ask a fun question that's more tied to the panelists' personal experiences. What's your guilty pleasure TV show or movie? If you could only listen to one music album for the rest of your life, what would it be? Mine's One Republic, hands down. I would listen to that nonstop. Human. One Republic, Human. Not that you were asking. Here's another personal question. Which live or dead famous person or fictional character would you most identify with and why? Now, if you're doing a leadership, you could say, which person, live or dead, fictional character, leader, would you most identify with? You got it? So dial it in. Now, one of my favorites is to do a would you rather. So a would you rather format is a would you rather do A or would you rather do B? You remember that game, Would You Rather? Go dust it off. There's some actual pretty good questions actually in that game. But here are some examples. Would you rather have the ability to time travel or teleport? Would you rather explore the deep ocean or outer space? Would you rather have a conversation with a real human being or a humanoid robot? Those are some examples of would you rather. Now, given your topic, you could modify that. Given if you're talking about nutrition, would you rather have a vegan diet or a paleo diet? You get the idea? So dial it in. You can either keep it general or dial it in towards your topic. Speaking of would you rather like this video or subscribe to this video? Or both? Go ahead. You see how I did that? Would you rather? Yeah, just go ahead and do both. Hit both of them. Thanks. Okay, so here's another fun way that you can inject questions into your panel discussion. I call it the lightning round. Now, the lightning round you can use at any time. I specifically like to use it at the end, but I also will do the lightning round if it's clear that I just want to quickly go through all the panelists. So a lightning round is in a word, phrase, or statement, or you have 5 words, or in one breath, or you put a constraint on it, and you go down the line of the panelists. So here are some examples of a lightning round. What's the one thing that you would do differently about this topic? What's the weirdest food you've ever tried? Who wrote that one? I guess I did. I don't know how you make that work into your topic, but maybe you might. If you could switch lives with someone for a day, who would it be? That would be interesting. You can also have some fun with future prediction questions. Let's take a look at these examples. What do you think would be the next big technological advancement in our industry? Where do you think our industry will be heading in the next decade? In 5 years, what topics will we be discussing on a panel during this conference? Those are interesting future predictions. And finally, you can ask one of James Lipton's 8 questions. Now, he did morph them over the years, but these are the core 8 questions that he would ask. What's your favorite word? What's your least favorite word? Now, every once in a while, he would say, what's your favorite swear word? But anyway, what turns you on? What turns you off? What noise or sound do you love? What sound or noise do you hate? What profession other than your own would you like to attempt? And finally, what profession would you like not to do? Those are the James Lipton questions. You know, you can use fun questions at any time during the panel if you want to incite creativity, create energy, to get people thinking, to involve the audience. These are all times that you can inject a fun question. If you got some ideas, I hope you like this video. Put some comments in the comments, but also we have a free video course for you if you want to moderate a panel discussion. Just go over to www.howtomoderateapaneldiscussion. There's a free 7-part video course waiting just for you. Thanks for watching.